49-year-old Natasha Hasso-Smith was diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia 2 years ago after a months-long battle of trying to get doctors to understand her symptoms. Next week, she'll be sharing some of her poetry to try to help those who are living with the disease.
I could sit up here and say about my symptoms, but when I read my poetry, it really puts the emotion, what I'm feeling with this disease, into my story. And I think when you capture emotions, it's a lot easier to understand people.
Frontotemporal dementia is unlike Alzheimer's, and it actually opens up the left side of your brain, which is why Hasso-Smith believes she's been able to express herself so clearly through her prose and poetry. As a mom of 4, the diagnosis was devastating for her and her family because the average person only lives 7 to 13 years after being diagnosed. Fortunately, she says her disease is spreading slower than that, but she's made it her mission to try to remove the stigma of dementia only impacting the elderly. Hasso-Smith says it was extremely difficult trying to get doctors to take her symptoms seriously because of her age. But now she's part of a study that aims to help understand the disease better, to provide better treatment and outcomes for those diagnosed in the years to come.
I know there are people in this country that live in rural areas that are medical deserts, people that are afraid of, asking for help, people that are misdiagnosed, that are sitting in a mental institution instead of being in a neurologist's office. So I know my disease is going to prevent me at some point to speak because I will get aphasia at some point. So I made it my mission to speak for others that cannot.
Next Wednesday's conference at the Science Museum of Virginia will feature art, music, and movement activities for those living with dementia, as well as resources for caregivers. If you'd like to sign up, just head to WTVR.com. I'm Caroline Colburn, CBS 6 News.